Cenat only donated $150 to the MrBeast water charity. People are also calling out for not even finishing those buildings or schools or whatever in Africa he plans on doing.
Whether it's ditching Jinxy midstream, lying about funding schools in Nigeria, allegedly inflating Twitch viewership with bots, or failing to contribute to MrBeast's Team Water charity, Kai Cenat may currently hold the crown as Twitch's top streamer, but he has been piling up losses so fast it feels like he's speed running a downfall. Recently, his name has been tangled up in multiple shady controversies, and the craziest part is that every single time backlash begins to snowball, Kai suddenly puts on the Mr. I Care act, but only after the internet has roasted him alive first. That's why today we're breaking down all three major scandals surrounding him, and by the time we're done, you'll see exactly why people are saying Kai isn't just taking L's. He's building an entire mansion shaped like one. Let's start at the very beginning with the Clash Royale disaster involving Jinxy. What should have been a lighthearted, wholesome, low-stakes collab stream turned into a total mess. Jinxy had been hyping up a Clash Royale tournament with Kai and the AMP crew, setting up for some fun gameplay and laughs. But as soon as everyone got on a call, Jinxy might as well have been talking to a brick wall. He was trying to give directions, organize the tournament, and keep the energy moving, but the AMP guys repeatedly talked over him like he wasn't even there. It was awkward to watch, the streaming equivalent of trying to start a group project while your teammates goof off in the back making TikToks. To make matters worse, out of nowhere, Kai just got up mid-collab, without warning and without even saying BRB. He switched over to his IRL setup and literally walked out while live in front of 45,000 people, leaving Jinxy sitting there stunned, wondering if he had just been ghosted on air. Even Kai's own chat immediately began spamming L Kai, while Jinxy, realizing the collab was dead, sighed in frustration and ended the stream right there. And the worst part? Kai didn't even apologize immediately. Instead, he only circled, back after noticing the internet was flaming him relentlessly, suddenly acting like he felt bad. His chat kept pressing him, and he awkwardly tried to backtrack, saying he'd rather just do the one-on-one with Jinxy and claiming that he didn't want to do the IRL stream in the first place, suggesting that others had pushed him into it. But this excuse made no sense, since the real issue wasn't the IRL content itself. It was the fact that Kai ditched mid-collab and left Jinxy hanging. The internet quickly picked up on this and labeled his apology as pure PR damage control. Instead of owning up to his actions, he shifted blame, and everyone agreed that if he hadn't been cooked by backlash, there would have been no apology at all. Unfortunately for him, this was just the first loss in a series of them. While that fiasco was still fresh, MrBeast launched his massive Team Water initiative, a charity campaign designed to provide clean drinking water to 2 million people. Over 3,000 content creators were invited to take part, with everyone from YouTubers to Twitch streamers pitching in. The leaderboard quickly filled with huge donations. YouTube contributed $2 million, TikTok gave $1 million, Trainwrecks donated around $400,000, and Aiden Ross put in about $500,000. But when it came to Kai, his name was nowhere to be found. Despite being arguably the biggest Twitch streamer alive right now, Kai didn't even show up with a symbolic $1,000 contribution. The situation got even messier when Aiden Ross publicly issued a challenge. If Kai donated $400,000, Aiden would match it dollar for dollar. That meant with one move, nearly $1 million could have gone to the cause. But Kai stayed silent, giving vague responses like, "Do whatever works best for you," and avoiding a commitment. This silence looked terrible, especially since Team Water's setup made it crystal clear. Every dollar donated meant one person would get a year of clean drinking water. And while Kai regularly flaunts his wealth, from fireworks displays to luxury cars and brand deals, here he was refusing to show up for something with real-life impact. Fans were divided. Some defended him by suggesting maybe he donated privately, while others weren't buying it at all. They pointed to other unfulfilled promises, like the Nigerian schools Kai had hyped up but still hadn't built. A YouTuber even checked on the supposed project and found there had been zero progress, with the community still struggling and schools facing shutdowns due to lack of funding. So, when people saw him ignore Aiden's challenge and sit out the water campaign, it was hard not to see a pattern. Kai shows off wealth constantly, but disappears when it's time to actually give back. Combined with Aiden putting him on blast, in front of millions, the optics were brutal. To many, it looked less like privacy and more like dodging the bill when the check arrives. But as chaotic as that was, things managed to get even worse when XQC stepped in. Known for speaking a mile a minute and calling out suspicious behavior, XQC highlighted data showing something strange about Kai's close friends, Reggie and Rakai. According to Twitch analytics, their viewership suddenly jumped from around 1,000 viewers to over 60,000 overnight, but only about 30% of those viewers were validated as real. That ratio is practically impossible without artificial inflation. It's the type of thing you only see with viewbotting. XQC also pointed out that despite supposedly having tens of thousands of viewers, chat engagement was ridiculously low, which is another huge red flag. In short, the numbers simply didn't add up. Kai, being loyal to his friends, immediately went into full defense mode. He completely denied the possibility, refusing to even entertain the data XQC presented. His argument boiled down to, "These are my guys, they wouldn't do that," and he accused XQC of being negative toward his circle's success. He even snapped during a stream, saying he was tired of the criticism and suggesting that people just couldn't understand the kind of numbers his crew was pulling. But here's the problem. XQC hadn't even accused Kai personally. He was simply pointing out analytics that looked suspicious. Instead of acknowledging the odd numbers and suggesting an investigation, Kai got defensive, which only made things look worse. To outsiders, it seemed like he was dodging legitimate questions rather than facing the situation head-on. So, when you line up all three controversies, a clear pattern starts to emerge. With Jinxy, Kai only addressed the situation after backlash. Hit hard. With Team Water, he remained silent even as the internet and Aiden Ross publicly pressured him. And with the view-botting accusations, he shut criticism down without disproving anything. Over and over again, nothing gets handled until public opinion begins shifting against him. And even then, his responses feel reactive rather than genuine. This is why people are saying it's not just a few bad moments, it's a consistent way of operating. Right now, Kai is still at the top, still pulling massive numbers on Twitch, and still dominating the streaming space. But the internet has a long memory, and these past few weeks have proven just how quickly things can spiral when someone starts acting untouchable. The real question is whether Kai will recognize this dangerous cycle and change course, or whether we'll be right back here in a month breaking down his next big L. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next video.